I don't remember what we were doing.
Trying to get to the end. I think we're going...
Trying to make this end. It's what we were doing.
Going to that guy's vault to get another swarm breaker or something.
But yeah, seriously, as we were saying right before the recording started, if I had realized that we'd literally already seen all of Ethan's content, even though we'd only ever gotten to Act 2, or no, we'd done the Nameless Isle like once. But most of our playthroughs ended in Act 2. So yeah, if I'd known that we'd already pretty much seen all he had to say, I would have told you to frickin' play Fane. I don't know why we got a journal update. The game just likes to do that.
Yeah. And this is the vault. I don't know what we're going to do under there, but...
Yeah, I think we were hoping to find a sworn breaker before we ran off after Sada.
Yeah. And we're hoping something down there.
Wendigo was in a cage, and... I would assume we would need a sworn breaker. Even if she wants to help us, we would need one for her.
Yeah, because...
Yeah, we're not letting the mistake out. That just seems like a...
That was just bad.
Horrific idea, and I don't know why they bothered throwing it in there at the last second.
Really hate small children that start talking like adults and vice versa. It's creepy.
But yeah, there are apparently some dwarves still... Like, there are missing prisoners somewhere. I don't feel like looking for them. We need to find a Dromalik at some point.
Yeah, that would be good.
There's apparently someone named Arahu at the cathedral, and if he's the same one from the first game, he can turn into a cat. He's probably ticked at us for taking out the toy maker, because apparently the toy maker was important. And we just blundered arse first into that.
And he just decided to attack us, so you know.
So yeah, if that closed some things off, then cool, everyone dies. Yeah, Dr. Deva, finding a way into Lucian's tomb, which is beneath the cathedral. Alright, yep. Onwards, let's try to find a sworn breaker.
Man, let's just run around.
Okay, 1 minute. There's something moving down there. It appears to be a statue. Lucian the Warbringer. Examine, please. Immunity to burning, stunned, charmed, terrified, knocked down, bleeding, petrified, decaying, and shocked. Full immunity to fire and poison. Some amount of resistance to water, air, and earth. You know, game, if you really just wanted everyone to deal physical damage, you should have just not made magic an option.
So, this is where Kemm hides the good stuff.
We're not stealthing this. I don't care if that's what the game wants us to do. I give 0.
Oh, it's a fight.
Okay, cool.
And
let's try to only fight... Oh, there's a second one. Because they're just going to walk around and blunder into this, apparently. Cool. Just don't use fire.
Yeah.
And they're immune to most crowd control things, so... just damage.
Go with that.
I suppose their magic armor is at least lower than their physical.
Yep. I'm going to try to shred through it as much as I can. These nice... Okay, the other one gave me a height bonus. This doesn't. Whatever.
Dazing Bolt has its upsides and downsides. I personally don't think it was worth making it cost 3 action points for what it does.
You know what? Okay,
there, you're not in range. Just hold the point. Or put clear-minded on me or something.
Take a buff.
Oh, that won't help you. Well, I guess it means we can't teleport you. Though I'm not sure if we could teleport you anyway, given that you're stone.
Yeah, that's a good question, but
moot point now. Alright, are they both... do they have the same resistances? Game, I'm trying to examine. Yeah, a bunch of immunities.
Yeah, it looks
same,
the same.
resistances as far as I can tell, though they do have different names. So they may have different abilities, who knows? Kind of screws me over because fire specialist. We've been running... how many... oh, what the... don't recognize you. Anyway, robocalls aside, we have run into so many fights where things are either resistant or immune to fire. And none of the skills that you did left a surface, so no totems yet. That's a problem. And sadly, most of my surface generating skills are either oil or fire. Can I even see that guy? No, of course he's behind a freaking column. Because it'd be really nice if I could bring them closer together and try to do something here, but of course that's not going to happen. Rid of the frickin' fire surface so that I can do an oil surface without it exploding. Next turn, I can try to summon totems or something using the oil. See if you can grab him. No, he's an invalid target. These guys cannot be teleported.
yeah, so
Regardless of whether they're fortified or
that
not.
crowd control's not going to work, and I can't move because they
Attack
have
of
attack
opportunity,
so
which would not
we're
be
just
fun.
going to have.
Well, remember you can use the oil to summon your incarnate and or totems. And I'd recommend using it before one of them just decides to set it off.
There we go. That was my turn.
Yep, summoning takes a while. Alright, now it's your incarnate. You might have to use the bumpers to get the dang game to actually... there you go.
And we're just going to attack.
Just attack him. Oh, attack of opportunity. Do we have to source vampire it or something? I'm getting real tired of these quote-unquote puzzle fights. Like, it's making me want to find a developer. Like, seriously, give me names. Who the hell thought these were fun? Alright, try to source vampire it and see if the game will let you do that. I don't think you even have it on your bar, but it should be an innate skill.
Yeah. Thank you, weird interface. We're gonna try this.
Okay, good, that works. If it didn't, I was literally gonna have you look it up because
Yeah.
done was a while ago. You can hit with earth attacks and it won't affect that incarnate. So anything you've got like that, go for it.
So that?
Yeah.
Okay. Impale.
In fact, I think it heals the incarnate. Okay, make sure the path...
I'm ready.
Oh,
You hit a pillar.
I hate things like that.
Encourage.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get my totems on the ground. Trying to make sure I pick a spot where they'll actually have a line of sight on this stupid thing. And honestly, most of the rest of what I've got is not really gonna work super well for this. Go ahead and put my wings up so that I can at least try to move. But at least these ones had a solution that made sense. Which is better than some of the other stuff so far. I'm just gonna hold these points. That's not gonna help you. Alright, remember that your incarnate has tactical retreat, so you can use that to at least jump once. Actually, you can get right next to him.
All on 1 AP.
Yep. This is why jumping skills are so important. You could just punch him and save that for if you need it. Okay. It works. Yeah, I would have to move. He's just far enough away that he would have to move to hit, so he is going to just use his ranged abilities. Okay, really? You're gonna drop me out of combat and make me have to do this?
In real time?
I am trying really hard to make this freaking work. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, we need to put the painting here.
The spirit of a painting hovers where the painting itself once stood. The second passion of Lucian, you presume.
Is that even finished? Because that is not, like, normally it just says memory, not memory check.
The memory comes to you, deep underground, in the home of the children.
Yeah,
and the
okay. Yeah, we have the painting. We got it from the kids. I should have it. Alright, well, I guess we're doing an inventory sort right the hell now to find that. God.
An unusual painting, I have it.
Alright, cool, come over here. Or send it to me or something, I don't care.
Okay.
You should have a pretty high memory score anyway, so if it makes you do it,
The
then...
spirit of a painting hovers where the
Okay,
painting
it just lets you
itself
do it
once
because you
stood.
have it.
The second passion of Lucian, you presume.
Okay, let's just put that there. Cool.
Okay, cool. That's sorted.
The ghost looks around the room with an incredulous shake of his head and fixates on the set of paintings before him.
What a fool I've been. Thieving was the best chance I had of keeping afloat in this wretched city. Never thought that would mean trying to impress a band of urchins, let alone getting crushed by a damn golem. Big Tomorrow said they'd let me in their grubby little guild if I helped them nab that painting of Kemm's, the second passion of Lucian. Well, we made it in all right, and while Kemm's constructs tore me to shreds, they all ran off with a painting.
We don't need to know where Big Tomer is. We already know. Kind of funny that you let yourself get fooled by a bunch of children, though.
Okay, to open that, you just click on Tome of the God King.
Okay, I was going to assume that did something.
Do you just want to fight it and get that over with so we can actually
let's just
loot
get this over with, because...
Oh, God. And, of course, I picked the wrong one.
That's okay. Because of the way the initiative order in this works anyway, all it means is that our turn orders were swapped for the first round.
Yeah, I'm trying to loot, and it's like, I just get the golem so that we can actually just do that and not think about it.
Yeah. I legitimately think this incarnate might be, like, the summoning skill might be one of the only skills that you could legitimately beat the whole game with without having to skip a bunch of puzzles or use a bunch of items. Because you could just summon an incarnate on different surfaces, and you could get different surfaces by either using barrels or getting the enemies to generate them for you. Might want to put your totems out.
Okay, another turn.
Well, yeah, because like I said, the initiative order got...
Glory is mine.
Maybe an encourage.
I yield to none.
You can put clear-minded on someone if you want. Thank you.
That.
There you go.
Okay.
This is why we didn't use incarnates until so much later. But yeah, now we need to use the friggin' source vampirism on it.
So, you know.
Oh god, that's such a short range skill. One moment. Where are my wings? Need my wings. Assuming I can even get by, because unfortunately our incarnates used the split second of non-combat to clog up the door. But luckily, it's letting me buy them. be very clear, I love the first act of this game. I love most of the second act of this game, although I think it could have been tightened up. If you took most of the second act of this game, then made the important parts of arcs happen during that act, and then had the Nameless Isle actually be the finale, I don't know. There's a lot of things that would have to be shuffled around in there. My point is, the pacing needed to be tightened up.
Because the pacing
it feels like
died
we've been told the same pieces of information
several times
on loop.
And then it's like, oh, we got to the thing where divinity is going to happen or not.
And also we're possibly
snatched
bringing
from your
Lucian back because there's like things about him being in a crypt, and like, why does he need to be involved? It feels like they had a bunch of ideas for this part and just sort of decided all of them. All of the ideas. And it didn't quite work. Not any better than what I'm carrying for the things that we actually care about, which is the intelligence and pyrokinetic buff. But yeah, that's been another issue that I think indicates the game has gone on too long. Even with mods to add more skills, I don't think they add more tiers of skills is the problem. And there needed to be another tier of skills, because it has been ages and ages and ages since we got new skills. I really hope this is the last inventory sort we have to do.
This is definitely getting cut, unless somebody wants to watch me gloriously tap A. RPGs seem to be unable to do a nice medium between no inventory whatsoever, it's basically an action game with stats, or you must micromanage your inventory like this.
I feel like, honestly, some of the older Diablo games did a pretty good job. Even Grim Dawn doesn't get too crazy unless you add mods. And even they manage it better than this. If you're going to have a bunch of different loot like this, I feel like the older Diablo games and its clones are some of the best examples of it. Because you can very quickly just compare the numbers and sell it. I think the thing that bogs a lot of them down is just the crafting system that has to be bolted on to every single thing now. Curse you, Minecraft. I blame you for starting it.
Honestly, I should just put all 200-some thousand gold coins in a sock and just hit the enemies. I think it would.
It'd probably be the most. It'd be the most powerful weapon in the game, besides maybe Anathema at this point. Well, this is oddly purple.
Whoa.
Okay, we have a unique shield.
Nice.
Is it actually any good? Because that's been a crapshoot lately with uniques.
Halting your advance instantly.
Holy!
Well, that's cool. Apparently someone's giving me a headache.
You hear a voice, soft and calm, yet laced with disappointment.
Such a long journey you have undertaken in the service of thieving
that guy.
charlatans, in pursuit of that which you will never obtain.
Okay, cool. We're finally talking to the big bad. It's taken long enough.
Well, I'm not gonna have to persuade him of anything, because
Well, let's hope not.
A long, sad sigh reaches you from the depths of the void itself.
I saw your abysmal treatment of my servant Isbale. Please test my
I think the
patience no
dwarven. I think the
further.
lady that was an
This is
advisor
your
to the dwarven
last
queen.
chance. Abandon this folly, leave, and never return.
I am the past. I will be the future. I am the God King. You are but a misguided servant. Heed my words and leave. I do not wish you harm unless you force my hand. Because my followers are many, my followers are everywhere. Your endeavors are pointless.
The voice fades away, and with it, the pain.
Okay, so the God
Only
King's
the
just
God
around.
King knows the weight of responsibility.
Okay, there's something called responsibility that we're gonna have to put on that, aren't we?
Well, the Red Prince said something about a pressure plate behind the shrine, but I didn't want to dick with it while you were in a conversation. And of course, now it's not glowing anymore. Make sure you're close enough to the thing that, because you're not going to be able to move when I send these to you. Yeah. There you go. See if there's anything to throw those on.
I don't know. Okay, I guess that worked.
Okay, cool. Just drop the others.
Ghosts, and they're tearing his soul apart.
Well, that sounds urgent. Now let me loot this crate.
Whatever